Hi, today I will recap a 1994 crime drama film called Pulp Fiction. Welcome to Recap Relay. Spoiler warnings ahead. Grab some popcorn, get comfortable, and enjoy. The movie starts with a morning in the Hawthorne Grill restaurant in Los Angeles, where the young couple, Honey Bunny and Pumpkin, talk about robbing banks and liquor stores. Adding robbing restaurants to the equation, the two decide to rob the place and the customers' wallets. Thereafter, they kiss, stand up, and announce they'll rob the place. Earlier, Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega, Marsellus Wallace's hitmen, are at a hotel trying to find something belonging to Marsellus. Some crooks had stolen it. Therefore, they confront the crooks led by the young and naive Brett. Jules takes a bite of Brett's hamburger and drinks some of his Sprite. Jules then asks one of Brett's guys, who is laying on the couch, where the briefcase is. Upon opening the briefcase, Vincent goes into a trance at the sight of the glowing object within it. Brett tries to talk his way out, but Jules breaks his concentration by shooting the guy lying on the couch. Jules recites a passage from the Bible, Ezekiel 25:17, and proceeds to kill Brett. If you like the video so far and you're gaining value from it, be sure to smash that like button. Now let's get back to the movie. At a strip club, Marsellus Wallace hires a boxer named Butch to take a dive in his next boxing match. Jules and Vincent also enter the strip club with the briefcase, wearing suits, shorts, and flip-flops instead of the black suits they wore earlier. Jules goes to the bathroom and Vincent encounters Butch. Each looks scornfully at the other and trades insults. Marsellus interrupts their conversation by calling Vincent over to his table. It turns out Marsellus is leaving town, so he tells Vincent to keep his wife, Mia, company. Before going to Mia's, Vincent buys some heroin from Lance, a drug dealer. Properly sedated by the heroin, Vincent goes to pick Mia up and takes her to a restaurant. After a talk about nonsensical stuff, the two go into a dancing contest. They win a trophy for being the best dancers. Afterwards, Vincent takes Mia home. Vincent goes to the bathroom, trying to talk himself out of sleeping with Mia. Mia overdoses after taking some of Vincent's heroin, causing her to foam and bleed from the nose. Panicked at the horrible sight, Vincent takes the dying Mia to Lance's. Following Lance's advice, Vincent injects Mia with adrenaline into her heart and revives her. Vincent then takes Mia home. To avoid any trouble, they agree not to tell Marsellus what happened. When Butch was little, Captain Coons, his father's war buddy, visited him. Butch was given a golden watch. His grandfather wore it during World War I, and his father wore it in Vietnam, but his father died as a prisoner of war. While imprisoned, he had to conceal the watch in his rectum from his captors. After his death in prison, Captain Coons took the watch from Butch's dead father and hid it in his rectum. Coons hands the watch to the young Butch. When Butch awakes from the dream, he goes to the boxing match. He then takes Marcellus's money, besting on himself, and beats his opponent to death. Butch, afterwards, takes a cab and starts a small talk with the driver, Esmeralda. It turns out Esmeralda knows Butch killed his opponent in the ring and is fascinated by it. Esmeralda takes Butch to a hotel where he's staying with his French girlfriend after abandoning his apartment. The next morning, Butch packs up, decides to go to Knoxville to claim his winnings and leave the country. However, his golden watch is missing. After turning the hotel room upside down looking for the watch, he remembers he left it at his old apartment. He takes his girlfriend's car and parks it a few blocks away from his apartment. He walks into the apartment, finds his golden watch right away, and goes to the kitchen for some French toast. Butch finds a machine gun and realizes he's not alone in the apartment. Hearing the flushing of the toilet, Butch points the gun at the bathroom door. Vincent comes out. The two stare at each other for a brief moment. As the toast pops out of the toaster, Butch kills Vincent with the gun. He then wipes the gun, cleans his fingerprints, and leaves the apartment. Butch drives away from the apartment now that he has his watch back. He sees Marsellus on the way. Butch runs him over and gets hit by another car. The two are severely injured and bleeding. Marsellus gets up and limps, chasing Butch into a pawn shop. Butch overpowers Marsellus in the pawn shop, but the owner knocks Butch out with a shotgun. Then he calls his cousin, Zed, a homosexual, dirty cop. Butch and Marsellus wake up in the basement of the pawn shop, tied up to chairs with red balls stuffed in their mouths. It turns out that Maynard and Zed are serial killers whose victims are anyone walking into the shop. They take Marsellus to a room to rape him and have the Gimp, a man dressed in black leather from head to toe, watch over Butch. However, Butch breaks free and knocks out the Gimp with the chair to which he was tied. Instead of leaving Marsellus to get raped in the shop, Butch decides to save him. He grabs his samurai sword and stabs Maynard with it. After being freed by Butch, Marsellus shoots Zed with a shotgun in the testicles. Butch asks him what's next. As for Zed, Marsellus decides to get medieval on him and kill him slowly. As for Butch, Marsellus decides to let everything go as long as Butch doesn't talk about what happened and leaves Los Angeles. Butch agrees, takes Zed Chopper, and leaves the city with his girlfriend. 3 days earlier, after the execution of Brett, one of Brett's guys storms out of the bathroom shooting Jules and Vincent with a big revolver. However, the guy ran out of bullets. More surprisingly, none of the bullets hit Jules and Vincent. Jules and Vincent killed the guy. Jules, amazed by what happened, interpreted it as a miracle and a divine intervention. Vincent shrugged it off like it was nothing. The two leave the apartment with Marvin and start driving to Marsellus' strip club. While on the way there, Jules started talking about giving up being a hitman because of the miracle. As soon as Vincent turns to Marvin to ask for his opinion about miracles, he shoots him in the head by mistake, causing his blood to splatter all over the inside of the car. To keep the car and body out of sight, Jules called Jimmy, a friend living nearby. They go to his place. Jimmy urges them to dispose of the body before his wife sees it, thereby ruining the marriage. Jules calls Marsellus for help. Marsellus sends Winston Wolf, a cleaner and a quick-thinking problem solver. Winston tells them to clean the car, get cleaned up, and Jimmy provides them with some fresh shirts and shorts. After that, Winston helps them get rid of the car at a Monster Joe's junkyard. Wanting to relax after this whole mess, Jules and Vincent go to the Hawthorne Grill restaurant for some breakfast. Jules talks about leaving the criminal life and that he wants to travel around the world helping people. Vincent mocks him, calling him a bum, and goes to the bathroom. Honey Bunny and Pumpkin start robbing the restaurant. They collect everybody's wallets and the money from the register. He also takes Jules' wallet and tells him to open a briefcase. The glowing inside of the briefcase puts Pumpkin into a trance, making it easy for Jules to disarm him and hold him hostage. Scared for her husband, Honey Bunny points her gun at Jules. Vincent comes out of the bathroom and points his gun at Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny starts crying, but Jules tells her everything will be okay. Jules tells Pumpkin he can kill him and his wife easily, and then recited the same Bible passage he had recited when he killed Brett earlier. Realizing the evil men mentioned in the passage also include him and that he's in a transitional period, trying to turn himself from an evil man to a shepherd. Jules decides to let Pumpkin and Honey Bunny live and leaves with the wallets and the money in the register. Jules also refused to hand over the briefcase because he'd gone through enough trouble getting it just to hand it over to Pumpkin, an amateur in the criminal life and a complete nobody. The movie ends with Vincent and Jules leaving the restaurant and going to Marsellus' strip club. What do you think about this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this recap and want more, make sure to subscribe and click on one of these videos you see on your screen. And I'll see you in the next video.